Alhamdulillah wa kafa. Wa salamun ala ibadihi alladhina istafa, amma ba'd. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. The heart of a person is the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The heart is the arsh of Allah. Just like every person wants to see his house clean, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Malikul Mulk, He's the master of all the worlds. He also wants to see his house clean. That's why we have been ordered that we should clean our hearts. All the scars of filth on the heart, the hatred, ill feelings about others, jealousy, desires, anger, they're all diseases. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants that you should get it treated so that your heart becomes qalb salim, a sound heart, not a sick heart. Today there are diseases, our heart is filled with the diseases. The heart is qalb saqim, not salim. The whole of the heart is scarred. I mean, there is no treatment. We have made our heart filthy. Whenever a person he develops himself or whoever develops others, he then realizes that how difficult is this task. Before that you don't understand that. When you start working on it, then you realize what a difficult task is this. There's a couplet in Urdu that we thought that there would be one scar. The whole heart needs treatment. When you start treating your heart, then you realize that, it is all scarred. So in order to clean this heart, it is mandatory upon all of us. There is a question that arises that when the heart is the house of Allah, then why doesn't Allah Ta'ala clean His house Himself? There is a doubt. So there is a custom in the dunya that the master, the landlord, then he gives the house on rent, and it's the responsibility of the person who takes it on rent, the tenant, that he cleans it. And if he doesn't keep it clean, then the master landlord will sometimes ask him to leave the house. Just like that, we have been given this house, this heart on rent. So Allah Ta'ala has ordered us that we have to clean this house. Now this house of the heart, there are many idols in this house. Like there were 360 idols in Kaaba and Baytullah. Our house, the house of the heart, is also filled with the idols sometimes. Maybe of thoughts or the nafsani, shaitani, lustful love. All of these are idols. Sometimes love, idol of dunya. So all of these idols, we have to clean this heart of these idols. See, Allah Ta'ala, He made His house clean of idols through His beloved Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Allah Ta'ala helped him that in 10 years after Hijrah, Allah Ta'ala made him return to Makkah Mukarramah, and Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Alhamdulillahi wahda, nasara abda, wa hazama al-ahzaba wahda. That one Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has defeated all the groups, all the army, and He helped His slave. So just like that, it is also mandatory upon all of us that this Baytullah inside our chest, we have to seek Allah Ta'ala's help so that we can clean it from idols. If we really are sincere, then Allah Ta'ala does indeed help. So there are few things in few things Allah Ta'ala's help is mandatory. If somebody, number one, if somebody makes an intention sincerely to make a masjid, Allah Ta'ala helps him, He will never let him down. Number two, marriage of the daughter. If somebody makes an intention that I want to get my daughter married, even there are no means, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always makes it happen. It never happens that a person is disgraced in that. And the third, when a person does tawbah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's help comes in that. So we should seek help from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we should make a struggle to clean this heart. See, so Abraham came to attack Baytullah with an army of elephants. So at that time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala defended His house Himself. So the army of Abraham, they captured a few camels of Abdul Muttalib. So Abdul Muttalib, he said that I want to talk to you. He was a king. He said, alright, he is the elder of the city. If he wants to come and talk to me, so he will himself hand over this house, Yani Baytullah, to him. He called him. So Abdul Muttalib, he went and said to him that, all these camels that your army has captured, return it to me. He was so amazed that he is a leader, and he didn't even talk about Baytullah. He didn't even ask, why did I come? He said, he didn't talk about Baytullah. So he said, look, camels were mine. I am their owner. I am responsible for them. This Baytullah is the house of Allah. Whoever is the master, he will take care of it. I don't need to take care of it. I don't need to worry about it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then He defended Baytullah Himself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala defeated the army of elements through birds, Ababil. Now the Mufassireen have written a few points that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, why did Allah ta'ala defeat the elephant through birds? He could have ordered the earth, that earth could have split and the whole army would have been drowned. It could have been, the thunderstorm. There could have been lightning like on Bani Israel. Any other way was possible, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent birds. Small little birds were sent. Some Mufassireen have answered that in reality, Abraham brought the most powerful of all of the animals. Elephant is very powerful. It has so much strength, Allahu Akbar Kabira, that you can't even realize. Hazrat Ji once saw that there was a very thick tree, and the elephant put the trunk around the trunk, and it gave it a jerk. All the branches they're moving like 2 meters. It was a huge tree. The elephant came and put the trunk around the trunk, and all that big tree started moving, that all of the branches on the top are moving 2 meters. So he wanted to eat the fruit. That day Hazrat said that I realized that how much strength does it have. So another time Hazrat had an experience that there was a close friend. He took Hazrat from New York to Washington. So the kids were in the car as well. So at the place he was passing, and he said that we are passing this place at a time that if we take an exit in 2 minutes, we will reach a game park. And at this time, there is an animal show in there, so we can show it to the children. So when he said that, Hazrat said a couplet. So Hazrat thought that person thought that he doesn't want. So the children wanted it. So he said his son Saifullah Sahib asked Hazrat Ji in his ears, "What did you answer?" So he said, "Hazrat Ji, we want to see the animals. What's wrong in that? Let's go there." So Hazrat Ji, when the kids, they insisted, they went, after 1 minute, they took the exit, and right there was that park. So the main gate of the park was right there at the exit. So he took us inside into the park, and he saw an amazing scene. There was a huge ground, and there was a elephant, and there was a belt around the elephant, and behind that was a huge stem that might be 1 kilometer long, like a huge rope. So all the people who come to see the game park, so at the end, all the people who have come to see the game park, they had this game that all of these people would hold that rope, and they will have a fight with the elephant. So all of these people were standing, holding the rope, 1 kilometer long rope. So they were having a fight with the elephant. So the person was speaking on the speaker that this is an event. So we have put this belt around the elephant, and there's rope tied, so you have to pull it back, and the elephant will try to pull you. So this is a competition. They said today we have a lot of people, so possibly today the people will win. So after that the competition started, and all these people, they tried to pull the rope, they pull the elephant. So Hazrat Ji said that we were looking at them, so they were all pulling, and they were almost lying on the ground pulling. He said that the elephant came a step back, then the second step back, and the fourth step back. It took 12 steps back. So when it took 12 steps back, so this person again announced on the speaker, there's the defeating line, there's only 1 step left. So if you take the elephant 1 more step back, so for the first time in the history, the people will win the elephant. So he was sort of encouraging them that be strong, pull the elephant back. So all of these, there were more than 1,000 people, they all tried pulling it back. And suddenly the elephant started forward, and dragged everybody along. So on that day, Aziz said that we realized that how strong is the elephant. 1,000 people is dragging as if they're like ants, as if there's nothing. So they train the elephant like that. You have to take 12 steps back, and 13 steps you are not going to take back, and you have to drag everybody along. So this is how much strength Allah Ta'ala has given to the elephant. So much so that even a lion attacks an elephant, so they take almost 5 hours, but they're not able to defeat the elephant. Not 1 lion, 2 lions. There's so much strength with the elephant. So Mufassirin have written, so because elephant has so much strength, possibly the most amongst the animals, that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, alright, you have brought the strong animal, I will send the weakest animal, the small sparrow, small little bird. I will bring that in front of you, and then I will make sure that the strong will be defeated by the weakest. So Allah Ta'ala sent Ababil, and it's a beautiful answer, but some Mufassirin have given another point, more research, after some more research. They said that in reality, Abraha came to defeat the Baytullah, which was the house of honor. And in Yemen, a house which did not have any honor, he wanted to give that honor. So he wanted to reverse the order. That is the house of, he destroys a house of honor, and a house which does not have honor, he wanted to honor it. So he wanted to reverse the order. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so jaza min jinsil amal, that the reward is from the same type that you do. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also said, Abraha, you want to reverse my order? I will reverse my order. Normally, The human beings are the hunters, and the birds are the things that are hunted. Today, the birds will be the hunters, and the people will be hunted. So the birds, they start throwing the stones, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed the whole army. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He defeated Abraha, He destroyed Abraha, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved Baytullah. So ulama have written that this house of ours, heart, is also the house of Allah, and shaitan is like Abraha. And this Abraha wants to attack this house and to defeat this house. Now it is up to us. Allah Ta'ala has given us this responsibility that you have to protect this house. So how can we protect? So they said that, this tahleel, la ilaha illallah, it attacks the shaitan just like birds hit the pebbles on the army. So we should say La ilaha illallah, and shaitan will leave this house and will run away, and we will be able to defend this house. Now see, the masjid, we all keep the masjid clean. This heart is like masjid as well. Why don't we keep it clean? If we look into this heart, all of the filth of the world is in this heart. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't like it. A woman, she cleans the house. You ask her, why are you doing it? She says, oh, my husband, when he'll come back, if the house is not clean, he will get angry at me. In order to make your husband pleased, if you spend a couple of hours to clean the house, can't we make Allah Ta'ala happy and every day clean the house of Allah? We should also spend like a couple of hours. This is our responsibility to clean our hearts. We should just remove all the sins from the heart, none of the spiritual diseases. They should be all clean. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's love, the nur of the light of nisbat comes into the heart. The condition is to clean it. Until and unless this heart is not clean of all the makhluk, the Allah's love will not come into this heart. Look, if in anybody's house the ghair mahram comes in, he feels so angry about it. That how did he come into my house? Shaitan is like that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not want that shaitan comes into the heart of a human being. And we are thinking about all of these wild thoughts, and we give shaitan all the opportunity to come and capture our hearts. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, may Allah ta'ala give us tawfiq to protect this heart. Some things are temporary. Like a person gets angry, very angry, and he said a few words and then he kept quiet, and the anger will go away. This is also wrong. This is bad. But the effect of that does not remain. If the effect does not remain, then the harm is not that much. And the second is that in your heart you get anger, but that was not that strong. It's called ill feelings, but it remains for a long time. It doesn't go away. It just comes and stays. Normally, the anger of men is very much. They will say a few words, will hit, and then it will finish. The women, they cannot do anything, but women, they start saying things. So what do they say? They keep these things in the heart, ill feelings in the heart, and this anger remains in the heart forever. This is called kina, like ill feelings. And this fills the heart with darkness. So we have been given this order that we should clean our heart from ill feelings. To remain, the bad effect of a sin in the heart is very bad. Try to understand. When you fall in water, you don't drown. You don't get drowned. When you fall in the water, you don't drown. But if you remain in the water for a long time, you will be drowned. When you fall and you come out, you will be saved. But if you remain there, you will be drowned. Just like that. So the temporary anger, it does not make the heart filthy as much. It's natural. But if the anger comes and it remains there, that makes the heart filthy. So, these ill feelings, Allah Ta'ala does not like it at all. The people who will go into paradise, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala will clean their hearts from these ill feelings. Allah Ta'ala says in the Quran that in the people in paradise, there will be no ghil in their heart. They will be sitting in front of each other and their heart will be clean of each other. To have long-term effects of a sin in the heart is bad. So one psychologist, he was giving a lecture and he took a glass of water that was half full. He said to the people that this glass, this half full of water, is it difficult to hold it? People said no. Then he said, then what if I have to hold it for 24 hours? So they said, yes, very difficult. How can you hold this glass for 24 hours? Even if it's little, but you will get tired by holding it for 24 hours. He said, exactly, this is the way. That some effects, they come into the heart and they go, it's not difficult. The difficult thing is that come and remains in the heart for a long time. It's very difficult. So these ill feelings in the heart, it just remains in the heart. That's why it is very difficult. It is very dangerous. It's harmful. Why do ill feelings come in the heart? Because people's expectations are not fulfilled. People, they break the expectations, they harm people. So they're ill feelings, they're wrong feelings. Now these wrong feelings, if they come, then finish it. They forget about it. But some people, they don't forget. And this is something that Allah Ta'ala dislikes. Allah Ta'ala says, look, I forgive you a lot. People, they do so many sins, they come to me and I forgive. Why don't you takhallaku bi akhlaqillah? You also develop my attributes. You should learn to forgive others. We don't forgive people. We keep grudges in the heart. So the grudge of the heart is called ill feelings, kina, ghil. It is from the major sins. We have to clean our heart from that. About the people of paradise, Allah Ta'ala said, وَنَزَعْنَا مَا فِي صُدُورِهِمْ مِنْ غَلٍّ إِخْوَانًا عَلَى سُرُرٍ مُتَقَابِلِينَ. That there will be pillows and people will be taking support of that, and Allah Ta'ala will have removed that ghil, these ill feelings in their heart from each other. The hearts will be clean. Just like the pot, a vessel of glass is sparkling, just like their hearts will be sparkling. There's a hadith. Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was asked that which of the people are the best, who are the most virtuous of the people. He said, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Mahmumul qalb wa saduqul lisan. People said that we understand saduqul lisan, yani a person who speaks truth with the tongue. What is mahmumul qalb? He said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, so this is that person whose heart does not have, his heart is clean and pure. There is no jealousy, no ill feelings, and there is no effect of any sin. This is called mahmumul qalb. This part is called mahmumul qalb. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that about this person, that the person who has no effect of sins in the heart, and even if anything comes, he does tawbah and cleans it, washes it. And if there is any bad feeling about somebody, then finish it. It's a mercy of Allah that Allah gives you a heart that you're able to forgive others quickly. This is normally in kids. You see, look into kids, they will be playing with each other and then they'll fight and then cry even. And with that fighting, the elders will start fighting for them, and after some time you will see that these kids are playing again. So Allah Ta'ala has made their memories like this, that after things remain in the heart for some time and then they forget. So Allah Ta'ala also gives us that sort of memory. Then these sort of situations, even if they arise, we forget about them. We don't even remember them. Hazrat said that once or twice they went to jungle, and then we saw that this deer, the impala, they are sitting during the night, and suddenly when the lion comes and attacks, will eat some of them. So Hazrat was thinking that I was always thinking that they can't even sleep at night, always are scared, and really sometimes they are not sleeping sitting, they are sleeping standing, so that if they feel danger they can run away. So Hazrat said that I always used to think that, oh Allah, how much favor you have done to us, that we can sleep on the beds properly, deep sleep. We are not scared that we will have to run. We are sleeping peacefully. And these animals, what sort of sleep is theirs, that they are standing and they're scared that maybe a lion would come and attack, and we have threatened for our life. Their sleep cannot be complete. So he said that for 1 year I was thinking about it, that how do they sleep? And once a guide who was experienced about animals, Hazrat asked this question to that guy, that how can they sleep when they're always scared of their life, that any time the lion can come. So he said that Allah Ta'ala has made the time of his memory 10 minutes. Even if the lion attacks, that scare remains in the mind for 10 minutes, and then it gets washed away and they become normal. They forget about it. Then they start living a normal life. So Allah Ta'ala favored them, that Allah Ta'ala washes their memory. May Allah Ta'ala also make our hearts like these, that no ill feeling, no jealousy comes, and even if it comes, we just forget it. It gets washed away. We become like kids that we just forget everything. To keep this animosity, ill feelings, and in our heart, and for all of our life, keeping it and opposing that person, Allah Ta'ala doesn't like it. Allah Ta'ala does not like these hearts. It's called ill feelings, kina, ghil, and it becomes the cause of people going into hellfire. So there is a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, so on Mondays and fast on Mondays and Thursdays. It has come in the hadith. What's the reason? That on Mondays and Thursdays Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opens the door of paradise. So he said that when people will be fasting, at the time of iftar, they will make dua, and because the doors of paradise are open, I will make decision for paradise for them. So it is mentioned that the doors of paradise are open on Mondays and Thursdays. So everybody is forgiven who does not associate partners with Allah. What does it mean? Idol worshipper, or the person who associates partners by worshipping the idols of his nafs. The person who associates partners, he will not be forgiven. Everybody else will be forgiven except of that man that this person and between one of his brothers, if there is any bad feelings amongst them, ill feelings between them, this person is not forgiven. It is said that Allah Ta'ala says, defer this judgment of them entering into paradise until they go and patch up with each other. So until and unless they don't reconcile amongst each other, Allah Ta'ala does not make a decision for them to enter into paradise. And that's why it is on the day of Laylatul Qadr power, everybody is forgiven except a few people. Look, Laylatul Qadr, on that night when Allah's mercy is at its peak and our person is not forgiven, just imagine how deprived is that person. Who is not forgiven on that night? A person who is alcohol addict. Number 2, who is disobedient to his parents. Number 3, a person in his heart has any ill feelings in his heart for others. That person is not forgiven. Now if we have these ill feelings in our heart for others, so what, even if we cry and if we make dua, we have ourselves closed the door. That's why we have to clean our heart from all of these things. This is necessary. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that I'll tell you about the diseases that come very slowly to people. And if this disease come very slowly into the hearts of the people, I'll highlight that. Jealousy and ill feelings, they destroy people. Oh, halak means, when you shave your head, so when you cut it with scissors, then it's qasar. So these two diseases are haliqan, and as if they shave the head. The Prophet ﷺ said, I don't say that they shave the hair, but rather they shave the deen. The deen is finished. Just like the hair does not remain after shaving the head, if the ill feelings come in the heart, his religion doesn't remain. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, that don't have jealousy, don't hate each other, don't have ill feelings for each other. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam at the end he said that, oh people, love each other, be brothers with each other. That's why the men who get angry at small little things and they scold kids, scold wives, the wives and the kids have these ill feelings in their hearts for these men. It's very natural. The people who get angry a lot, it creates those ill feelings in the hearts of the people. It is said that the hatred makes the heart blind, and it extinguishes or it darkens the light of worship. So if we have ill feelings in our heart, then that light will go away. So once some Mu'mineen, she sent food. Sayyidah Aisha radiallahu ta'ala got possessive that it is my turn. So why is anybody else cooking food and sending? So she took the food half-heartedly and the pot fell down and it broke so the person who brought the food, Prophet said to him, Gharat ummuki, that your mother got possessive. And then he said to Prophet Sayyidah Aisha that, oh Aisha, did you get possessive? So she said that I replied, so she said that, oh, a woman like myself, if she doesn't get possessive for you, then what else should I do? She loved the Prophet so much that she did not want any interference on that day. What are the reasons or what are the means to stay away from ill feelings and hatred? Number one, if somebody fights with you, repel that with something good. And you repel the evil with good. He does bad and we do good. So, Siri Sufti Rahmatullah Alayhi is the narration from him that he was going on a journey and he got tired and he slept under a tree. When he got up, he saw that there was a sound coming from the tree. Ya Sirri, kun misli. Oh Sirri, become like me. So Siri Sufti Rahmatullah Alayhi got so amazed, or tree is talking to me. So he asked, Kaifa akunu mithlak, how can I become like you? So the tree said, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَرْمُونَنِي بِالْأَحْجَارِ فَأَرْمُوهُمْ بِالْأَسْمَارِ. That the people who throw stones at me, I return fruits to them. You become like me. So if a tree is like that you throw stones and it gives you fruits, can't we be like a tree? We are ashraful makhluqat, with the best of the creation, we should be better than a tree. Number two, the noor of Iman. So the ill feelings, hatred, animosity finishes the noor of Iman. Also it finishes the noor of ilm nafi, beneficial knowledge. Number four, to control the ilm nafi, the noor of ilm nafi finishes the hatred and animosity, and also controlling your gaze and control your tongue also helps in controlling our ill feelings. And also we should, in dunya, we should look at people who are lower, and in deen we should look at people who are high, above. Today we are exactly the opposite. So by doing that, it also finishes the ill feelings and the hatred. So when Allah Ta'ala has given us something about dunya, we always look at people who are above us. And when it's about deen, we look at people who are lower than us. If the husband says to his wife that, why did you become lazy? Why didn't you pray? She said, oh, you go and tell your sister. She also doesn't pray. So the good person is that person who always looks at people above in deen, and people look at lower people in dunya. And people who trust, they also are able to leave these ill feelings. Now, next, people who have this habit of saying salam to people, they also don't have ill feelings in their heart for people. And then giving gifts, to give gifts. This is sunnah. With that, love comes in the heart. Prophet ﷺ said, Tahadu tahabbu, that you give gifts, it brings love in the hearts. And also, giving charity in the path of Allah, it also helps in removing of this ill feeling and hatred from the hearts. Because it's a punishment of Allah. And giving charity stops punishment. So then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cleans the heart from ill feelings and hatred. So it is said, that person who meets people and then he is patient on their harm, it gets more reward than that person who does not meet with people and is not patient on their harm. Whenever you get this sort of state for other people, then you should go talk to them and finish that ill feeling. Don't keep that in your heart. To keep it in your heart for no reason, you are deprived of the mercy of Allah. There's a couplet in Persian. So in our tariqat, to keep ill feelings in our heart is like kufr, it's like disbelief. So my principle is that the heart should be clean like a mirror. There should not be any any marks on the heart. So ill feelings, hatred is that you're not able to take revenge, but you keep these bad feelings in your heart. This is the kina. This is. So how do you realize that we have ill feelings in our heart? One is that somebody harms, and then you feel so bad in your heart that you don't feel like meeting with him. And this is permissible. It's very natural. If you get harm from somebody, you don't feel like meeting with him. But if this is such a state that because of somebody's harm, you don't feel like meeting with him and just salam and that's it, it is permissible. It is jaiz. But if it is more than that, if it reaches like taking revenge and having animosity and you want bad for that person, this is kina, this is ill feelings. So if the other person is harmed, you feel good about it, then this is a sign that you have ill feelings and animosity. So if he is harmed and you feel good about it, this is a sign that you have ill feelings and animosity. And you want that this blessing that he has, it should be snatched. This is a sign as well. And that if that person even tries to patch up with you, you don't want to patch up with him. This is also a sign that you have ill feelings and animosity. And also, and you don't honor him. And if you have to talk to him, then you will make fun of him. You just make fun of him. This is another sign. And also, his rights, you don't fulfill his rights. So, once Prophet ﷺ was sitting, a Sahabi came. So Prophet ﷺ looked at him and said, "Oh, a person of paradise is coming." He was Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas radiallahu ta'ala anhu. So when Sahaba heard, they were so amazed that Prophet ﷺ in the dunya, he's saying, is a person of paradise. The Sahaba would be always so interested in these sort of things. They will want to find out that what action does it do so that we can also do the same action. So, second thing, the similar thing happened. Prophet ﷺ was sitting, and that Sahabi was coming, and Prophet ﷺ said, "Oh, a person of paradise is coming." So one Sahabi, Abdullah bin Amr bin As radiallahu anhu, he stood up from the gathering, and he went to Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas radiallahu anhu and said that I have something in my house. I want to stay away from my house. Is it possible that I can stay with you for a couple of days? He said, "Fine." So he went with him. Now he stayed with him for 3 days, and in these 3 days he kept on looking at his actions very closely, that what is that specific action, but he came up with the conclusion that whatever everybody does, he does the same thing. It's not very amazing thing, very special thing during the night or day. He prays tahajjud, prays normally, recitation, but like everybody, he had the normal routine of all the Sahaba, he had the similar schedule, nothing special. So the third day, he opened up that, the reason I've come is that I wanted to notice you, that what do you do? The Prophet ﷺ said that you are a person of paradise. So you tell me that what is that action that you do because of which Prophet ﷺ gave you glad tidings in this dunya. Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas said that, all the other actions are like other friends, but one thing that I do is that when I sleep at night, when I lie down on the bed for sleeping at night, if there's any ill feeling in my heart for anybody, I make sure that I forgive everybody and I sleep with a clean heart. So he said, this is the reason that you have been given the glad tidings of paradise in the dunya. So we should also make it a habit that when we sleep at night, before that, if there's any ill feeling, any animosity in our heart, then forgive him for the sake of Allah. Allah Ta'ala also likes forgiving, and a person who forgives others for the sake of Allah, Allah Ta'ala likes that as well. So clean your heart from any ill feeling, animosity, then Allah Ta'ala will forgive us. There's a hadith that when I sleep at night, then in my heart there is no ill feelings in my heart for anybody. And this is my sunnah, and whoever follows my sunnah, he will be with me in paradise like the two fingers are together of the hand. So don't keep any ill feelings in the heart for anybody. If he has harmed you, if he's done something wrong, then forgive him for the sake of Allah. وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ, people who forgive others. So in today's gathering, we should make a promise that if there are any ill feelings, wrong, bad feelings in our heart for anybody, then forgive them. Forgive him for the sake of Allah, and in return ask Allah Ta'ala for forgiveness. Ya Allah, you forgive us, forgive me, and keep your heart safe from ill feelings, and make dua for that as well. It's not possible for people. Some people say it with the tongue that I've forgiven you, but the state of the heart is not right. Many times, if the wife does something wrong, the husband says, I've forgiven you, but, after 2-3 years, he's still accusing her for that. What sort of forgiveness is that if you're accusing her after 2-3 years? So only Allah Ta'ala can take out these ill feelings from the heart. So we make dua from Allah that, Ya Allah, you please clean our heart from ill feelings and animosity, and Ya Allah, please give us a clean heart. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah.
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم.
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام تبارك يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. Ya Allah, please forgive all of our sins, the minor sins, the major sins, the sins that we have done during the day, the sins that we have done during the night. Ya Allah, all the sins that we have done in gatherings. Ya Allah, the sins that we have done in isolation. Ya Allah, all the sins that we have done intentionally. Ya Allah, the sins that we have done unintentionally. Ya Allah, all the sins that we remember, please forgive. Ya Allah, the sins that we have done and we've forgotten, please forgive. Ya Allah, outwardly we are slaves, but in reality we are very filthy. Ya Allah, please clean the filth of our hearts. Ya Allah, please remove the darkness of our hearts. Ya Allah, fill our hearts with your light. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, we have become a burden on people. Ya Allah, we have jealousy, hatred, ill feelings. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, please, Ya Allah, make our hearts clean. Ya Allah, please put barakat in our ilm, in our amal. Ya Allah, in our affairs. Ya Allah, please, in our provision, in our risk, in our decisions. Ya Allah, every single step, please give us your barakat with your blood. Ya Allah, please give us the life of honor. Ya Allah, save us from all excuses, deficiency, disgrace. Ya Allah, please, Ya Allah, never leave. Ya Allah, please never leave us. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, please always keep us at your door. Save us from going at all of these doors. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, please, Ya Allah, send your mercy all the time. Ya Allah, your beloved Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam showed us your door, and also said that there is no other door that you can go to. Ya Allah, please always give us from your door. Ya Allah, save us from begging at other doors. Ya Allah, please, Ya Allah, save us. Ya Allah, oh Allah, Ya Allah, you have seen in this dunya, in Ramadan al-Mubarak, a beggar, Ya Allah, he leaves his house, that he will go to a house of a generous, and if the house opens, then my children are going to get something to eat. Ya Allah, we are more needy than that beggar. And Ya Allah, you are the most generous of all. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, we are here at your door. Ya Allah, we are here at your door, sitting. Ya Allah, we are knocking the door. Ya Allah, please open the door of your mercy. Ya Allah, open the door of paradise. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, please. Ya Allah, this last 10 days are for freedom of fire. Please, Ya Allah, make us from amongst those people who are from the people of paradise. Write our names in that list. Ya Allah, please be content with us. Please be happy with us, Ya Allah. Allah, if you don't want to become happy, Ya Allah, still become happy, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, it is necessary to make you happy until you are happy, Ya Allah. Ya Rahman Rahim, please become happy. Please become happy, Ya Allah. Please become happy. Ya Allah, it's only the matter of your one side of love. It's a matter of my life. Ya Allah, please, Ya Allah, if you look at us with one side of love, Ya Allah, everything will be taken care of. Ya Allah, please, Ya Allah, please, Ya Allah. When you show somebody with mercy, Ya Allah, you make Fudayl bin Fayaz, Ya Allah, a wali. Ya Allah, when you look at Ya Allah, Junaid Baghdadi, Ya Allah, you make him a wali. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, when you look at Ya Allah, Bashar Hafi, Ya Allah, you make him the wali. Ya Allah, you give him your love. Ya Allah, Ya Rahim. Ya Allah, when you look at with love, look Ya Allah, with love on Umar. Ya Allah, he came out to kill the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He never wanted guidance, but Ya Allah, you made him Umar bin Khattab. Ya Allah, fear. Put your mercy for guidance, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, look at us with that one side of love. Ya Allah, please, Ya Allah, look at us with one side of love, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Mannan, Ya Allah. Please, Ya Allah, make us from your close ones, Ya Allah, from Muqarrabeen. Make us from righteous people, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Rahim. Ya Allah, please, Ya Allah, make our life like the life of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Allow us to follow Sunnah, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, please make the dislikeness of that are in Shariat, Ya Allah, our dislikeness. Ya Allah, the way that you want us to be like, please give us tawfiq that we become like those people. Ya Allah, even if we don't want it, Ya Allah, please force us to follow taqwa, Ya Allah. Ya Rahman Rahim, save us from the jealousy of the people who are jealous. Ya Allah, please save us from the animosity of people who have animosity. Ya Allah, save us from the animosity of people who act like friends. Save our, Ya Allah, wealth, save our honor, save our iman. Ya Allah, please save us from magic. Ya Allah, save us from all the evil, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, please give us the shade of your mercy, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, people who want children, Ya Allah, give them righteous children, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, people who have children, Ya Allah, please make their children righteous, make them obedient, make them the coolness of the eyes of the parents, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, please save us from the worries of the children. Save us from the worries of the children, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, only those people, those parents can understand the worries of the children who have, Ya Allah, who have brought them up. Ya Allah, now they're rude, they hate their parents. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, only these parents, they know what are the worries of the children. Ya Allah, please make our children righteous, make them obedient, make them the coolness of the eyes of the parents. Ya Allah, please allow us to serve our parents, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, make us obedient to our parents. Ya Allah, the way that you have ordered us to live our life, Ya Allah, allow us, give us tawfiq to live our life like that. Ya Allah, we have come from far, Ya Allah, we have come very late, Ya Allah, but with lots of hope, Ya Allah, that we'll go and sit in the company of one of your righteous slaves. We have come with so many sins, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, when Ramadan comes, Ya Allah, your righteous people, Ya Allah, they can come with all of their good deeds. We are those sinful all year long, Ya Allah, we are sinning. Ya Allah, we have come with all of these sins, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we have come with a lot of hopes. Ya Allah, please forgive all of our sins. Please make us from your righteous people, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we are those of your weak people, Ya Allah, who cannot even hold a few kilograms of weight. Ya Allah, on the day of judgment, how will be able to hold this mountains worth of sins, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, please change our bad deeds into good deeds, Ya Allah, please. Ya Allah. Ya Allah, save us from our nafs. Ya Allah, save us from nafs ammara, from nafs makkara. Ya Allah, please give us nafs mutmainna. Ya Allah, majority of Ramadan has passed. Ya Allah, the way that we should have spent Ramadan, we did not, Ya Allah, spend it like that. But Ya Allah, we are very scared of the bad dua of Jibreel alayhi salam, who said that we may that person be destroyed who finds Ramadan and does not get this forgiveness. And your beloved Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Ameen. Ya Allah, please, Ya Allah, forgive us, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, what we should have done, we did not do that. Ya Allah, please give us tawfiq to do, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, save us from the punishment of grave. Save us from the punishment of the day of judgment. Ya Allah, allow us to pass bridge of Sirat easily, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, please give us water from the blessed hand of your beloved Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Give all of us his intercession. And Allah, give us a space in paradise in his feet. Ya Allah, please give us paradise. Save us from fire, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, we have been living in luxuries, Ya Allah, and your blessings. Ya Allah, we cannot, Ya Allah, take disgrace in front of two people. Ya Allah, upon the day of judgment, you start, oh, Ya Allah, reading our book of deeds. Ya Allah, our Chaudhary will be there, our Shaykh will be there. Ya Allah, our parents will be there. Ya Allah, everybody will be there. Ya Allah, how will be able to show our face to them? Ya Allah, if they look at our book of deeds, the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam looks at it, Ya Allah, he will say that, Ya Allah, all my life, Ya Allah, keep on saying, Ummati, Ummati. Ya Allah, used to cry, and oh, people of my Ummat, what did you do? You destroyed my Sunnah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, please don't take our account. Ya Allah, give us paradise without taking our account. Ya Allah, please, Ya Allah, please give us honor in front of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Give all of us his intercession. Ya Allah, please allow us to visit Harim, Ya Allah, again and again. Please protect all of our three harams. Protect the madaris, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, protect the work of Dawat and Tabligh. Ya Allah, all the Khanqahs, Allah is taught. Ya Allah, protect them. Ya Allah, protect all the service, all the work of Deen. Ya Allah, all the people, Ya Allah, Mu'min, Mu'minat, Muslimin, Muslimat who have passed away. Ya Allah, forgive all of them. All the people that you've forgiven, Ya Allah, please give them high ranks. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, very few days are left in Ramadan. Ya Allah, we don't know if we'll be able to see next Ramadan or not. Ya Allah, please, Ya Allah, forgive us in this Ramadan. Ya Allah, include us in the list of your righteous people, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we don't know how to ask, Ya Allah. Allah, please give us without asking, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, all the good that Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam asked, please give us all of that, and all the evil that he asked to please stay away from, please keep us away from that. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم صلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. الحمد لله.